With WWE potentially losing a broadcast partner and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. Talking about AEW star Ricky Starks being spotted backstage with him at the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes told out of character, "I'll take full blame, my fault. It was a friend coming to see me in a very big, truly emotional moment. To lose your confidence as an athlete, a fighter, and entertainer, to get back up off the mat, and not just get back up, you have to be at the level you were. I liked having people in my circle around me. I think also that will be the only time anyone from another company is ever present because it creates a conversation that is not accurate. It creates an outlook. This is my friend. He wanted to be there to support me. He should have stayed his butt on the bus. He did not, and because of that, no friends at work anymore. I'll make some new friends at WWE, so there is not random surveillance photos of them and I walking backstage. You know, you're pretty popular when people are making a story out of that, so I guess good for the Rick Man." Speaking about his upcoming match on the grandest stage of them all, Logan Paul revealed on his podcast, "Yeah, me versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. It's going down. It's official. It's going down. I got confirmation. Me versus Seth Rollins. He's been beefing with me. WrestleMania, April 1st in Los Angeles on my birthday. He's very good at what he does. He's very good at what he does. He's probably top 3 in the business right now, and for that reason, it'd be an honor to take him on at WrestleMania. I'm really happy with this matchup." Paul even revealed to his brother Jake that he had no idea who Seth Rollins was prior to getting into pro wrestling. He actually said some not so nice things about your loss to Tommy Fury. "I didn't know who he was until I got into wrestling. Apparently, he's pretty big in the wrestling world. I know who he is now. He's very good at what he does, very good at what he does. He's probably top 3 in the business right now." Reacting to MJF throwing alcohol onto a young fan at ringside, Hugo Savinovich said on the Unscripted podcast, "MJF is like a copy of CM Punk. I'm very pissed off with him. I believe that he is pushing the envelope too freaking much. He is losing credibility because he is young, and he thinks that by doing this real stuff, he is getting things done and messing with the little boy. I mean, he lost a lot of respect with me. I think a villain is a villain. You can kick a castle in the sand at the beach. Ox Baker used to do that for real. I don't have a problem with that." Taking to Twitter, former AEW Tag Team Champion Scorpio Sky said this about the previously mentioned MJF incident. "I'll say it if nobody else will. Fans and media celebrating a kid being disrespected at a show is the smallest dick energy imaginable." Sean Ross Sapp would add, regarding Scorpio Sky calling out MJF on social media over throwing a drink on a child at AEW Revolution, there were a lot of replies saying that Scorpio Sky works with MJF and is in the same locker room. Scorpio Sky hasn't been at AEW shows in months and has been scarcely seen at shows since losing the TNT title last year. Giving a press release on a future event, WWE announced a return as well, as they said, Bad Bunny to host Backlash Live in Puerto Rico on Saturday, May 6th. First WWE Premium Live event at Coliseo de Puerto Rico, Jose Miguel Agrelo in 18 plus years. WWE today announced that the 2-time Grammy Award-winning and global recording artist Bad Bunny will host Backlash on Saturday, May 6th, live from the Coliseo de Puerto Rico, Jose Miguel Agrelo in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Backlash marks the first WWE Premium Live event to take place in Puerto Rico since January 2005. Bunny would say this regarding his WWE return. "In 2005, when I was a kid, I wasn't able to attend New Year's Revolution at El Coliseo. Finally, 18 years later, WWE returns to the island with a massive event, and this time I won't miss it." With previous reports claiming it's believed that FTR signed new AEW contracts following their surprise return to Revolution, Dax Harwood mentioned this on his podcast. "Zero has changed. We got a call from Tony Khan. This was maybe 5 days before the pay-per-view. I don't know, I'm just guessing. He either heard a clip, this was the podcast where the headline was, I said we were ready to come back, our bodies were healed. We wanted to do right by business because we are contracted. Cash and I aren't trying to hold up anybody. We're not trying to play the game. They're offering us this, they're going to offer us this. It's not about that. Money is a big factor, but it's about what's what's going to make us happy. There are a ton of options. Tony Khan is onto something incredible, changing the industry. Over the last 3 or 4 years, he's done exactly that. Whatever you want to say, he's completely changed our industry. For monetary gain, I would never play someone, especially someone as who I'm as close to as I am with Tony, especially someone who I was close to with Hunter, who I owe a lot to. I would never play that for monetary gain. Our choice right now is strictly on happiness. The pros of staying in AEW is the great schedule, where I can come home and be with my family. The pros of WWE is they are the #1 money-making wrestling company in the world. They can offer us a great deal, but I don't feel we could have the kind of schedule we would like. Another pro for AEW is that, unless Tony changes his mind come April, we would be able to do independent bookings, great relationship with New Japan, doing Comic-Cons and meeting our fans. In WWE, they're on a creative high right now, and I think they could keep that creative high up. They are the #1 wrestling promotion, one of the top entertainment acts in the world, and have a proven track record. Strictly comes down to happiness. I don't want to say that report is right or wrong, because it doesn't matter. Half the people are going to, on Twitter, and say I'm lying or trying to work. These reports are going to say what they want, and that's okay. I will say nothing has changed, and please allow everything to play out, and come April, you'll be able to understand what we're doing and where we're going. After transferring out of the intensive care unit, a health update was given for pro wrestling legend superstar Billy Graham, that said that he has acute renal failure and they will start dialysis tomorrow to support his kidneys. Not sure of the cause at this point, too soon. Also pray for his lungs. No pneumonia, but some kind of inflammation or something. They've just gotten him to his room. Thank you. United States Champion Austin Theory has started going by the nickname The Now, which has caused a tag team on the independent scene that has been using that same name for years to take action against WWE. As Vic Delicious told the Hudson Valley Post, my initial reaction was shock because of the fact that we have had it copyrighted since 2006, and there's many people in WWE who know Hale and I, know our names, and know we own it. After shock goes away, we decided to reach out. We consulted with some friends who knew about the situation professionally, and we were guided to an awesome lawyer named Mike Dawkins, the gimmick attorney who specializes in trademarks. We have sent 2 cease and desist letters to WWE. They acknowledged one and said they would look into it. Looking into it doesn't stop it from being on TV. Our next step is a lawsuit for trademark infringement and creating confusion in the marketplace. Taking to Twitter, TNT champion Wardlow showed that his car had been broken into and his belongings, including his championship belt, had been stolen. Here's the video.
Well, thanks to the person who broke into my rental car and took absolutely everything from me. My TNT title, my gear, my boots, my whole life were in those bags. I don't know if this means I'm going to have to beat the shit out of Hobbs in these clothes I'm wearing right now, but one way or another, I'm going to make it to Sacramento, and we're going to get this shit done. Whoever did do this, better thank God that I didn't catch you in the act, because your jaw would be as shattered as this glass is.
As WWE Chairman Vince McMahon was present backstage during Raw this week, talent seemed to not pay too much attention to it, as Fightful reported. McMahon was at gorilla position throughout the night and was not shy about saying hello and greeting talent. However, none of the talent or staff that we spoke to said that he was providing instructions, feedback, or orders to anyone that they saw. The wide discussion in the locker room and among talent was that Vince McMahon was there to visit John Cena and to enjoy the show, with him believing that he came there specifically because Cena was booked. This was a stark contrast to when Vince McMahon forced himself back into power in December, and there seemed to be panic, or when he appeared on TV after the Wall Street Journal stories emerged and were met with disgust. There didn't seem to be a lot of panic, at least based on those we heard from. One talent said, "The big tell will be if he's at SmackDown." Talent and staff were not prepared for McMahon to be around and were not briefed about the situation before and after. There were several higher-ups in the company that also were not made aware until he was there, with one noting that they wish they would have been clued in considering the nature of the last 9 months in WWE. Sean Ross Sapp reported that Vince McMahon being in Monday's show generated more attention on the internet, saying it caused more of a stir online than in person, as most of the talent thought it was a matter of time before they'd see him back in general. Specifically, the initial talent that caused the report multiple weeks ago doubled down on their feeling after Vince McMahon popped up. More than ever what Vince McMahon was doing or what it meant for the future, his appearance was heavily discussed. One person in WWE who has known Vince for 20 years said that it was more drastic and a shock than him getting his head shaved. There have been numerous fake photos on social media circulating of Vince's new look. Thus far, no real ones have emerged. It was even noted that some WWE stars went out of their way to not talk to Vince McMahon, as Fightful said. There were a few talent that said they intentionally avoided associating with him, despite them believing they'll likely have to deal with him in the future. Speaking of the future, one WWE higher-up felt personally as if this was also a case of McMahon testing the waters of showing his face at WWE events, and how the talent and staff would react. Now that he's been back, many expect him to be seen at other upcoming events. While WWE is interested in a sale, as they are said to be seeking $9 billion, there could be some complications, as Forbes reported that Wells Fargo Securities thinks Fox is not likely to renew SmackDown at higher price, and it's possible we could see SmackDown split between Fox and linear and a streamer, or the entire night move off and likely accredited to Fox A. And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.